If you are a new visitor at my channel, please don't forget to subscribe it and press the bell icon so that notifications of my upcoming tutorial could be reached out to you on time. So friends, in today's tutorial, I will show you how to use VLOOKUP in a user form using VBA Macros. Means a VBA driven user form will be created here and a VLOOKUP function will be used on that. So I have a very simple data here wherein you can see there are some information like employee ID, name, gender, designation and location. All right. And I am going to create a user form wherein basis of these employee IDs, the other values related to these employee IDs will be populated in that user form. How this will be done? In order to do this, first of all, I will do one thing. So first of all, what I will do is I will simply select this range and click here and give it to a name like EMP_ID. If I hit enter, a named range has been created here. If I go to formula tab and click on name manager, you can see a name manager has been created, means a range has been created from B4 to B14. All right. Now I am going to build a user form. In order to do that, I will go to developer tab, then Visual Basic, and here in Visual Basic, I will insert one user form like this. So I am resizing the user form basis of the columns given in my Excel sheet. And here I will go to view and click on toolbox so that the toolbox could be shown here. Here we have some options. So in first option where you can see this A, this is called label. Click on it and place it somewhere in your user form like this. So by default, it will say you label 1. I want to change the name of this label 1 to employee ID. So we have two ways to change the name. The first way is to click on it first time like this, and then second time. This will be highlighted like this. And the other method is just click on it and right click on it. Then go to properties, and here you will have an option which is caption. Just simply change the name of this label 1 to employee ID. All right. Then copy it, Control C and Control V. Place it somewhere just beneath the first label and change the name in accordance to the column given in your Excel sheet. So I have name here. So I am going to change the name from employee ID to name. Again clicking on it and pasting it and changing the name to gender. Same action I will repeat again. Designation. And guys, lastly, we had location in our Excel sheet. So location. All right. If you can see, we have employee ID, name, gender, designation, and then location. So all these values we have shown here in these labels. Now what I am going to do is I just want to show here a drop down. So how that drop down will be shown? There is one option which is combo box. If you can see on my screen, the hover is showing combo box. Just click on it and place it just against the employee ID. It will be shown like this. All right. And now this is called text box. So I am taking some text boxes here. One text box, just copied it and pasted and placed just against the gender. Again, just against the designation. And make sure the alignments are same. And lastly, this. Now we have placed our necessary tools here. Now I am showing you my way of working. So first of all, what I will do is I will click on it and I will go to properties. Here you can see the by default name of this combo box is combo box 1. I will simply change it to CMB1. Then I will click here and will change the name from text box 1 to TB1. Then similarly TB2, TB3 and lastly TB4. Okay guys. Now how all these employee IDs like we have here in our Excel book will be shown in this combo box. So there is a very simple method. First of all, what you will need to do is just select your range. As soon as you have selected this range, you can see the name which you had mentioned here is employee ID, EMP_ID. Copy it and go to your user form again and right click on this employee ID. Click on properties and in properties, just scroll it down. So there is an option which is row source. Just click here and paste that named range here, which was EMP_ID. All right. Now you can cross it out. And if I want to check if all those employee IDs have been, stored on this row source. So if I'm just clicking on it, you can see these employee IDs have now been incorporated in this combo box. Okay. Now my other work is getting started from here. I will simply go to this toolbox and will take a command button from here. And I will place this command button. And in this same way, I will change the name of this command button 1 to fetch data. Once you are done with this, just double click on it. Now you are in coding environment. Here we can start writing our code. In order to write our code, we will have to declare some of the variables. And since we were talking about VLOOKUP, so in VLOOKUP we need a table range like table array. So here I am just defining the range, which is okay. Here I am writing dim my table array as range. You can take any variable as per your convenience. Here I have defined my table array as range, my EMP ID as string, because these values are alphanumeric. That is why the data type of this EMP ID variable is string. Now I am going to set the range. So I will use set keyword here. And what will be my table array? My table array will be from B to F. So here I have taken the name of this data sheet and written like this: sheets data range B to F. As you can see, our data is starting from column B and ending at F. Now, I want to say the first value, like if I select employee ID in my user form, so how this Amit will be populated. And this is in my TB1, which we had defined earlier, like this. So in my code, what I will write, me dot TB1. As you can see, TB1, 2, 3, and 4, which we had defined, are populating here. So I have defined me dot TB1 dot value. What should be the value for TB1? This should be worksheet function dot VLOOKUP. And in VLOOKUP, what should be my lookup value? So my lookup value will be CMB1, which is the value of combo box. And now the syntax for VLOOKUP is asking for argument 2. Argument 2 means the table range, the table array. So if I copy this variable and mention it here, and just want to check from here to here, the name is falling in second column. So I will simply mention here 2, 0, 0 for exact match. Just copy the whole code and paste it here. Change it to 2 and this will become 3. Again copy it, 3 and then 4. Again paste, this will be 4 and 5. So this is all about the basic VLOOKUP in user form, guys. By this method, you can populate the data from Excel to your user form. I am just closing this coding window, and now I want to call the user form. So here I have come to in user form sheet and taken one more command button from ActiveX control and placed it here and changing the name to show user form. All right, guys. I will again double click on it and I will simply write show dot no user form 1. By default, it is called user form 1 dot show. That's it, guys. So you are done with this part. Now only the testing is left. So let's say if I click on it, your user form has been opened. Okay. Let's suppose if I choose any of the employee ID, Gaurav 31714, and if I want to fetch the data and click on fetch data, you can see Gaurav, male, software engineer, and location is Noida. Again, I am Monumita and I have selected Monumita, and if I fetching the data, so this is the data for Monumita. So guys, this is the basic way to apply VLOOKUP in a VBA based user form. So this was all about today's video, guys. I hope you will like this video. If this video is being liked by you, please subscribe, share, and don't forget to like. As of now, I'm signing off, guys. Bye bye, take care, and Jai Hind.